All right, my bad. I was talking. I was talking and we wasn't. My bad. I wasn't getting no. My mic was on mute. So what's going on, man? Hopefully everybody. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me real quick. What's going on? Can y'all hear me? Make sure I can hear me. I was talking in. Wasn't no track. All good, not cool. Cool. I had my mic on mute. But yeah, welcome back. Appreciate everybody for checking in once again. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, bell icon button. Gonna talk about Keith Thurman, his performance last night. I kind of talked about it in a reaction video last night. Been a little bit under the weather. That's why I ain't do a live earlier today. I would have done one, but I wasn't feeling good. But I'm feeling a little bit better now, so we can really chop it up. Appreciate it, man. Glad we up in here, man. I meant to read. I read Ronald Finkley super chat while my mic was mute, but he said salute new media, bang, 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 bang. Salute to Ronald Finkley. Salute to Rec 86. Vato Locos forever. Ronald Finkley, Big E. What's going on? Renardo Tool always in the building. Marcus the Great. Nazim the Dream. What's going on? 912 all day. C Dub. OG Swag. What's going on? Yeah. So yeah, talking about Keith Thurman. I said before, Keith Thurman, I didn't think he looked as bad as people thought he did. For a dude that was off for 2 years, I don't think Keith Thurman, I don't think Keith Thurman looked that bad, in my opinion. But he do look like food for the other welterweights though. He definitely looked like food. But that's expected when you take 2 years off. But at the end of the day, Keith Thurman thought he took 2 years off. You know what I'm saying? It's his fault that he sat there and got out of shape all that time and done that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nobody else's fault but Keith Thurman fault. So at the end of the day, a lot of people can say what they want to say about Keith Thurman. But, he took himself out of the game. You know what I'm saying? He took himself out of the game. Not nobody else. Injuries happen, but I don't think he was that injured. I see people tearing ACLs. I see people tearing Achilles. I see people breaking legs. And they don't take 2 years off. Keith Thurman got married, filled up in some cooch. King of my hood, Texas, salute. Woodstar TV, salute. Salute. So at the end of the day, what are we really talking about with Keith Thurman here? It's his fault that it's his fault that he took that long off. Then he comes on the Brandon Schaub show before I get into the shit particular. Multi-Apples, what's going on? He get into the Brandon Schaub interview, and I get into the fight particular, and we talk about the Pacquiao Crawford thing. In particular, he, he said on the Brandon Schaub thing, it was his shoulder, but it was his elbow and his hand though. So I don't really feel bad for him because I don't think no elbow and no hand kept him out 2 years. He found the girlfriend. I think he trying to find a way out from the tough fighters in the division, in my opinion. He almost got knocked out by Zito. I don't say that was bad. That's Keith Thurman. That's Keith Thurman, bro. Keith Thurman don't like to get hit. And when you've been out the ring for 2 years, it happens. Let's not act like Josito Lopez ain't break homeboy jaw. And Victor Ortiz. Let's not act like he didn't drop Marcos Madonna. Lopez can crack a little bit. He can crack, and I didn't think it was going to be an easy fight like most people said it was going to be an easy fight. I didn't believe that. 2 years off, Lopez is a game competitor. He a game competitor. I didn't expect him to sit there and lay down. Not me. Because I followed Lopez throughout his career. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, from Vargas. Getting robbed by Vargas in some people's opinion. But Keith Thurman's always been lacking power since he stepped up to the elite competition. What was his last stoppage? I have to look on my on the net. When was his last stoppage? Let's check it out. Give me a minute. I think it might have been versus Carras. No, Luis Collazo was his last stoppage, and we know Collazo got injured. It just had to dawn on me for a minute. Luis Collazo was his last stoppage, so. But last night, Lopez held his position. Lopez, didn't know how to cut the ring off on Keith Thurman like many other. A lot of people said Lopez gave him a better fight than Danny Garcia or Sean Porter. I don't believe he gave him a better fight than Sean Porter. Of course, you got a dude that been off for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? What you expect? You got a dude that been off for 2 years, and I mean, really, what do you expect? Lopez didn't get active Keith Thurman. He didn't. He didn't get an active Keith Thurman. Let's keep it a buck. So it ain't no point to really compare bull. That's bullshit. Ain't no point to compare all that shit. He didn't get the best Keith Thurman. So I can't say he did better than Danny and Sean or whatever the situation may be. What he did do, he did what he supposed to do, use his jab. He just followed Keith Thurman instead of cutting the ring off. I thought he should have went to the body a little bit more, but Keith Thurman was going to his body. Lopez fought the middle of last year. David Thomas, salute. Lopez fought the middle of last year, like April, May-ish. So, I mean, I'm not going to say, oh, Keith Thurman done because he had a fight versus Lopez, he got rocked. I mean, it happens. He got stretched by a journeyman before he made it to big TV. People forget that. He got dropped by a journeyman. You know what I'm saying? I think he was he'd been on the canvas multiple times before. I don't know if it was an amateur or not, but yeah, come on, 2 years off. I'm not gonna say Keith Thurman looked done. I'm surprised that Keith Thurman was able to move for 12 rounds and still make it to the final bell. Keith Thurman issue was that Keith Thurman don't know how to fight stationary. Keith Thurman got to move. Only time Keith Thurman is stationary is when Keith Thurman is throwing a punch. And that right there, Floyd Mayweather, especially, a younger Floyd Mayweather, could have picked on. You see with Manny Pacquiao always on his toes. When Manny Pacquiao about to punch, Pacquiao, his feet stationary. His feet is stationary when he about to punch. People don't notice that. That's what Floyd picked up on. Every time Manny Pacquiao stopped bouncing on his toes, that means he was about to punch, and Floyd Mayweather picked on that. I don't believe that Floyd Mayweather never watched tape of fighters. I never believe that, oh, every fight is different, I don't watch tape. I don't believe that shit. What's up, Lamont? I don't believe that shit. I don't watch tape. That's bullshit. Keith Hand looked bad. I didn't see Keith Hand. He got some great. I haven't seen Keith Thurman use a jab like that in some time. Everybody want to shit on Keith Thurman. Like, a lot of these dudes can take 2 years off from work. A lot of these dudes ain't never work and go to work at a 6 in the morning shift, a midnight shift, afternoon shift, and them motherfuckers be tired. They won't even make it to the day. They walk out and go to their car and go back home. So how can you fault somebody that took 2 years out the ring? His fault or not his fault? And he danced for 12 rounds. This dude moved for 12 rounds. Do people know how hard it is to use your legs for 12 rounds? You know how hard it is to move your legs for 12 rounds like that and come back? That's tough. And Lopez was a game competitor last night. He had a great game plan by Robert Garcia and Big G. Nobody talking about Keith Thurman's stamina last night. The way he boxed and moved for 12 rounds. 12 rounds. That shit is hard. That's hard to do. Anybody ever been in a boxing ring or shit on the soccer field? You know what I'm saying? Something that got constant movement. Not like basketball court where you up and down and you could take a breather. Ain't no breathers in there. If Keith Thurman, got a breather in there, he gonna get knocked out. Any fighter. I gave Keith Thurman a B- last night. People too hard on Keith Thurman, man. I understand that y'all want Errol Spence to get his shot. I understand that y'all want Bud to get his shot. And hopefully those fights will happen. But I'm not going to bring my disdain for Keith Thurman into his performance, into my reaction to his video. I might talk shit about Keith Thurman in other videos, but I'm not going to do that. Lopez had a good fight. If Lopez had a better ability to cut the ring off on Keith Thurman, I believe Keith Thurman is one of the hardest fighters to cut the ring off on. People don't get credit for Keith Thurman for moving for 12 rounds. 2 years off and he didn't stop moving the whole fight. No other fighter can do that. I gave him a B-. Of course, he's supposed to be his harshest critic, but I gave him a B- for that fight because he moved for 12 fucking rounds. I don't think a lot of people don't know how hard that is. 12 rounds. This dude danced around the ring, bro. That's hard. That's hard. Use his jab, right hand, straight right hand, and have a lot of power. Use hooks. He looked good last night, the first half. That's classic Keith Thurman. Floyd ain't do it at 30. When Floyd was 30 years old, he didn't move around like that for 12 rounds. Fuck no. Hell no, Floyd didn't. Even the Gotti fight, you know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather was running upside Gotti head. I think he was around 30-something when he fought Gotti. He was aggressive. Keith Thurman danced for 12 rounds. Maybe a younger Floyd did it. Versus Carlos Baltimore, he did do it. I think he was around the same age he fought Arturo Gotti. He did dance around Carlos Baltimore for 12 rounds. So, excuse me, I think he was around that age. But 2 years off, Floyd when he got the welterweight, he wasn't dancing on niggas for 12 rounds, bro. He moved just enough. Even Hopkins wasn't moving like that. This dude danced side to side on his bike for 12 rounds. That shit hard as hell to do. I was tired looking at that nigga dance for 12 rounds. Like I said, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan that he danced around for 12 rounds. Keith Thurman got to learn to be stationary. And this is when we get into the fun part. District Red, Floyd didn't do all that because Floyd has an inside game. Exactly, District Red. Great shit. Keith Thurman don't have a pocket, can't fight in a pocket, and Keith Thurman can't fight on the inside. Y'all haven't noticed that? Keith Thurman can't fight on the inside or in the pocket. Keith Thurman can't sit there with you like Floyd can. Floyd will be in the matrix right in front of your face in the pocket range, picking shots off, fight from the pocket, countering with uppercuts, countering with straight rights, countering with the jab to the body, to the head. Keith Thurman can't be stationary and operate from the pocket. A lot of fighters can't do that. Keith Thurman remind me of Saddam Ali on steroids. A better athlete, more stamina, better legs. Once Keith Thurman's legs go, it's a wrap. And you go in there with a body snatcher like Errol Spence, or a guy that can kind of, you know, break you down like Terrence Crawford slowly. Keith Thurman, you know, with Sean Porter, he had to fight his way out. But by no means necessary if Sean Porter, Errol Spence, or Terrence Bud Crawford. Because Sean Porter and Terrence Bud Crawford, I mean Errol Spence and Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, they will throw straight punches. You know what I'm saying? They use the jab and throw the right hand. So you gotta, with those two, you gotta watch out for the punch variety. You know, jab, straight right, left hand, right hook combination. left hook, right hook combination. For Crawford, you gotta look out for the left hook, right hand, or the right hook, straight left hand combination, because he can switch it. Errol Spence, you looking out for the right hook, straight left hand combination. You know, it's different because Sean Porter, he don't punch as hard as Errol Spence. I'm not sure he punches hard as Terrence Crawford. I don't think he's as dynamic a puncher as Terrence Crawford because he only throw hooks. Bud Crawford could throw jab, straight right, straight left, left hook, right hook. He stopped Ndongo with a shot to the solar plex. He can throw the uppercut. He can go to the body. He can move. He can fight stationary. You know, and Errol is just going, that's his body. Errol gonna put that jab on him, freeze him in between the ropes, and he's gonna go to that body. He gonna go to that head, and he's not gonna be able to go out the front or side door. He shouldn't be able versus Errol. But maybe Keith Thurman's feet is just that good because he runs. That's not boxing. He runs. He runs. When you moving in boxing, like Floyd moves to make a boxing move, Keith Thurman moves to get out of dangerous way. That's the difference between running. When guys run in boxing, that mean they run. That mean they move just to get out of harm's way. When dudes move in box, when dudes move to make a boxing move, that's boxing. Bobby Smith said Keith Thurman has more power than Floyd does. He can stand there. He can stand there and trade, but he puts DSG into 80 spin. Keith Thurman is a boxer puncher. Keith Thurman can't fight. Keith Thurman cannot fight on the inside or in the pocket. He can't. Ronald Finkel, we know what's up. He's not fighting no killers. T-Bud works him right now. I agree. I used to think Keith Thurman was the hardest hitter at welterweight, but after that performance, I believe Errol is the best puncher at the weight. I agree. Two different punchers. Keith Thurman got a piercing power. Errol Spence got a thudding power. It's two different. I think Errol Spence is the more vicious puncher. I think Errol Spence let his punches flow a little better too. Because Keith Thurman loads up on everything. Like Errol Spence is easier for Errol Spence, but If you make Keith Thurman stationary, if you get Keith Thurman to be stationary, Keith Thurman in a world of trouble. Keith Thurman in a world of trouble, bro. If Keith Thurman got to sit there and go from the pocket and operate, and he can't use his legs, once Keith Thurman's legs go, it's a wrap. You would think his coach would teach him how to sit down and operate from the pocket and pick shots off. You know what I'm saying? But he don't. You know, a lot of people say, you know, they compare a lot of dudes to Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? They compare a lot of dudes to Mayweather, but none of these young dudes remind me of him, other than Crawford a little bit. But even Crawford don't have the defense that Mayweather had. And Thurman got a ton of holes in his game that's always been there. And a lot of times you don't know if those holes are going to be exposed. A lot of times you don't know if those holes are going to be exposed until they step up in elite competition. And we're not getting those 50-50 fights. Keith may be too small for Crawford. I don't think he's too small for Crawford to Spence. I don't believe that one. He's not. I don't think he's too small. Devin and Crawford remind me of Mayweather. Not really to me. Maybe Crawford at this point. But Haney don't remind me of Mayweather. Especially, I don't remember Mayweather. Especially when Mayweather at 35. Not right now. Devin Haney do not remind me of Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? He not aggressive as Mayweather was at 30 and 35. Mayweather was out there throwing cannons out there. Mayweather was out there throwing cannons out there. Javier Logan say, people keep saying ring rust, but there have been dudes out for years and a year and a half, and come back and fight killers. True. But you gotta remember, Keith Thurman was 200 pounds, so a lot of this is Keith Thurman fight. Keith Thurman fought. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of this is Keith Thurman fought. I'm not gonna sit here and act like this shit ain't Keith Thurman fought. It was. Keith Thurman, you know, laying up under that woman. He on his way back to see his wife. She in Tokyo. You know, he is in there still trying to see his wife in Tokyo. So, but a lot of this is Keith Thurman fought. I'm not even gonna front. You know, but he took 2 years off. So, when we talk about him fighting Manny Pacquiao, I think he stopped Pacquiao 6 rounds and under. He should stop Pacquiao. Pacquiao looked pretty bad. He looked pretty bad versus Adrian Broner, in my opinion, just physically. You know, I wasn't enamored with the performance. I was more disappointed. I'm more disappointed in Manny Pacquiao because Pacquiao looked old, slow. You know, he was just throwing a whole bunch of shots. I believe Keith Thurman, if he can just sit down, just be patient, and take some off his left hook, it'll be a wrap. He'll knock Pacquiao out with a counter left uppercut. I think counter left uppercut is how he stopped Manny Pacquiao. I don't think that fight, at this point, I don't think it's really competitive, in my opinion. I don't think it's competitive. Manny Pacquiao looked bad, especially if Keith Thurman used his jab. I think Keith Thurman in a counter left hook knock out Manny Pacquiao. That's just my opinion. He says TYM act like Keith Thurman's the first boxer to have a wife. We're not saying that. We're saying Keith Thurman was pussy whipped. I mean, if you don't get the context clues, yeah, Keith Thurman was pussy whipped, and he went over there and he forgot who the fuck he was. You know what I'm saying? He said he went over there, got drunk. His wife was at a bar, and she wasn't feeling him. He came back sober off the plane, and he chopped her up with her and got her. You know what I'm saying? This dude is a different type of dude, bro. You know, he pretty much laid up in it and shit, didn't want to come back home. You know what I'm saying? Stayed over there, quartered her, and shit. Sometimes when you find a baddie, I mean, that's what you gonna do. You gonna wife her up. And Keith Thurman is a different type of dude. A different dude. I'm not gonna speak on his wife because that ain't like I said, she's a nice looking woman. That's his wife. I'm not gonna disrespect him like that. But at the end of the day, you know, he took 2 years off. I think it was more than a hand or more than an elbow injury. No way. I seen dudes come back from torn ACLs and Achilles and broken bones before Keith Thurman did. But we talking about fighting Manny Pacquiao. He kills Pacquiao. Still to this day, in my Deontay Wilder voice. To this day, he still beats Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao looked really, really bad. Really, really bad. I'm telling you, counter left hook, he smokes Pacquiao. I don't want to see him fight Pacquiao. I don't think he deserved to get a Pacquiao fight. But that's just my personal opinion. I don't think he deserved to get a Pacquiao fight. But if they do give him the Pacquiao fight, so be it. If I'm Errol Spence, I'm hella mad. Especially if I don't get Sean Porter next. But only way Pacquiao beat Thurman is with a body shot or if he clip him on his chin. Keith Thurman don't like to get hit. Keith Thurman don't like to get hit. We all know that. Keith Thurman, when he get hit, he don't react well. And when you one of those dudes in boxing who don't like to get hit, it's hard. It's hard to survive. Crawford gives Keith Thurman his respect. That was J. Cool. Bobby Smith said Keith hurt Danny, muted Porter's offense, fighting off the ropes and buckled him in the fourth. He dropped Lopez to return by Porter's a dangerous puncher. Don't take him. I don't think Porter's a dangerous puncher. I disagree. I don't think Porter is a big puncher. Porter is aggressive, but he's not dangerous. I don't think Porter is the biggest puncher. Oh yeah, Keith Thurman get that fight, Frankie. He retiring at the Pacquiao. He get that Pacquiao fight, he retiring. That's just what the nature of the beast is. Terrence Crawford will easily close Lopez. Did Terrence Crawford easily beat out Jose Benavidez? Did he knock out Benavidez early? No, he didn't. So you never really know. I think Lopez is a more proven fighter than Jose Benavidez. Thurman don't dear pack, but the WBA wants to sanction the fees. I don't know how real Logan meant, but J. Coop, deserve, okay. Because everybody he fights looking for one shot because they have no skills. I don't know exactly what you're talking about. But like I said before, I think he beat Pacquiao. Sean Porter at this point, I think Sean Porter probably would have stopped him last night, in my opinion. I think Sean Porter would have stopped I think he would have stopped Thurman last night. Even though Porter ain't been the most active guy. And I don't think he's the biggest puncher, but I just think he closed the distance a lot better and cut the ring off a lot better than Josito Lopez. And I think that would have been pretty much career suicide for Thurman last night to fight Sean Porter. I'll leave it at that. But Sean Porter, like I said before, he really ain't been impressing me, man. He ain't been improving, Sean Porter. Sean Porter hasn't been improving like he should have. Sean Porter hasn't developed a jab. His jab still look like he pushing it in water. Sean Porter don't throw good straight punches. Sean Porter still smothers his work. It's just like he not improving. He dominated Benavidez. He's 6 foot. Lopez 5'9", 34 and 34. Terrible. I mean, I don't really care about the height. He didn't. He was supposed to beat. He was supposed to trash Benavidez. Benavidez had never fought nobody. Lopez had better resume than Benavidez. Benavidez hadn't even fought at Jesse Vargas. His best fight was Mauricio Hurd. He lost that fight, in a lot of people's opinion. You got to give a decision for what I hear. Don't forget, Jose Lopez broke Victor Ortiz's jaw. He dropped Madonna. He got robbed by Jesse Vargas. He would have fought Canelo Alvarez. So that's just my personal opinion. Steven Styles, what's going on? He said, in my opinion, Thurman has lost a mental step. I agree with you. He and Bud is interesting fight. Still lean towards Thurman. Bud could win though. Yeah, I still lean towards Bud. I lean towards Bud. Mr. Box today, I'm not sure who's the best welterweight until they all fight each other. 3 undefeated title holders running around calling themselves the best. Exactly. Title holders. Key word, title holders. No champions there yet. And you really don't know who wants to be the best. All you hear a lot of backstories about who don't want who really want who. Then you throw Bob Arum in the mix, and it's all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? All 3 of them dudes actually, need to fight each other. RMV salute. He said Bud. RMV said Bud never fought nobody. I mean, you can say that for all of them. You can say that for all of them. Keith Thurman actually only had one real world title fight, because he was an interim title versus Diego Chavez. All right, I already went over this the other day, but I'll go over it again. Then he became the regular WBA title holder along the way. I can't remember exactly who he fought for the regular WBA title. But when he fought and unified the WBC with Danny Garcia, that's the first time he became a real world champion. He got upgraded to the Super WBA champion. He got the WBC belt. So it's just little shit like that you got to look out for. I mean, you look at Keith Thurman's resume. Chavez was a great fight, but a lot of people, Diego Chavez went on to have a shit career at this point. You can move on and say, So the Carras hurt him with a left hook in the first round and buzzed Keith Thurman. You can say Robert Guerrero, he had been off a long time, got dominated by Floyd Mayweather in some people's opinion. Luis Collazo hurt him. I mean, you know, he fought Danny and Shine, but Danny Garcia, you know, he ain't proven to do shit at welterweight to this day, in my Deontay Wilder voice. Real talk. Danny Garcia ain't accomplished shit at welterweight. You know, he fought Lamont Peterson in the catchweight and got a gift. In addition to that, he lost to Sean Porter. He struggled with Robert Guerrero when he should have dominated Robert Guerrero and won that vacant WBC belt that he didn't deserve. You know? So, well, I mean, what did Danny Garcia done? What did Sean Porter done but come up short? Kell Brook, people act like the Kell Brook fight didn't happen. Kell Brook dominated Sean Porter with 2 punches. A 1-2. He mixed in a left hook and an uppercut every now and again for good measure. So what Sean Porter did but come up short. His claim to fame is he steamrolled Paul Malignaggi and he steamrolled Devin Alexander. And Devin Alexander had a substance abuse addiction. You know, he beat Danny Garcia. Okay, I just said it again. Danny Garcia, people talk about Terrence Crawford rep at resume. Danny Garcia don't have no rep at welterweight. He don't have no rep at welterweight neither. Who did Danny Garcia beat at welterweight? See, you know, it's a real slippery slope when you get to talk about who fought who didn't fight who. It's a real fucking slippery slope. Bud will beat the fuck out of Amir Khan. And Bud will beat Keith Thurman right now, I believe. That Keith Thurman last night, I'm going to tell you why. Why Bud, you know, beat Keith Thurman last. And I'm going to tell you why. You better listen up right now. And this don't matter. The best Keith Thurman you've seen has never fought a fighter as good as Bud Crawford. He's never fought a fighter as good as Bud Crawford. And I'm going to tell you why. The biggest difference between Keith Thurman and Bud Crawford is this. Now, you listen up here. Now, a lot of times, a lot of us, we don't pick up on a lot of things fighters do until they get in the ring and they get exposed. And I'm going to tell you one of Keith Thurman's biggest flaws. And why Bud Crawford beat him. And I think it's a competitive fight, by the way. Is because Keith Thurman loads up on every fucking shot. If Keith Thurman would have lost to Floyd Mayweather, I had this conversation with some old boxing heads. And Keith Thurman just loads up on every shot. So you think Bud Crawford is going to get hit by some of that shit Keith Thurman? No. Bud Crawford is going to change the speed of his punches. Bud Crawford can throw straight punches. Keith Thurman can't. You know what I'm saying? So if he going to come with those load up hooks, Bud is just going to hit him with straight punches. And he ain't going to load up. Bud is going to go tap. He going to tap with them punches. You know what I'm saying? Crawford, now Thurman loading up with punches versus Errol Spence, he got a better chance. Because Errol Spence don't move his head. Errol Spence's defense is using his legs laterally. That's how Errol Spence's positioning is his defense with his legs. Okay? That's his positioning. Thurman is just going to load up on shots and Bud is going to pick up on that. That's just what it is. Gamboa hurt, but okay. Keith Thurman got hurt by Collazo. Y'all kill me bringing up that Gamboa shit. It happens. Who else hurt Bud? Nobody. It happens. He said he lost focus. You talk about some shit that happened 10 years ago. Whatever long it was. Keith Thurman got dropped by a journeyman. So what are we talking about? He got hurt by Josito Lopez. Will Josito Lopez hurt Bud? Probably not. So, I mean, what are we really talking about? Nothing. We're not talking about nothing. Keith Thurman been dropped before. Multiple times in the amateurs. On the canvas. On the canvas. Bud will beat Keith Thurman right now, bro. I think it'll be a competitive fight. I think it's Bud's toughest matchup stylistic-wise. Yes, Keith Thurman been dropped several times. He been dropped once in the amateurs in versus coming up before he got to HBO. He been on the canvas in the amateurs multiple times. Multiple times he's been on the canvas. Multiple times. A lot of people don't know this shit, bro. He's been on the canvas. But I do think style-wise, Thurman give him a tough fight. That's just my personal opinion. That's a tougher fight style-wise than Errol Spence. But, you know, that's just style-wise. I'm not saying to get in the ring and Keith will get Thurman or Thurman to get Keith is tough. So I'm just looking from a style point of view. But I feel that Thurman just load up too much, bro. You got to look at that. Keith Thurman be wilding his shit up like He Randy Johnson in the fucking World Series for the Diamondbacks. The fucking yeah, they did. I don't know if they won that shit. Steven Song said, yeah, I agree. I had Thurman beating every welterweight except for Spence, but Thurman appears to be very predictable, not loading. Yeah, he can't sit down. He loads up on every shot, and then you can pick up when he loads on every shot because his foot movement stopped. That's something you could pick up on. You know, I thought Thurman was the greatest thing since sliced bread, but I mean, at the end of the day, we think Errol Spence or Bud's the greatest thing since sliced bread. What if Amir Khan go out there and expose Terrence Crawford? Then where we at? We back to ground zero, so we really don't know until these dudes fight each other. What if Keith Thurman go out there and throw a left hook, right hand combination and drop Errol Spence in the first round like some George Groves and Carl Fry shit? We gonna be sitting here looking stupid than the motherfucker. You won't know until these grade A fighters, these elite fighters fight each other. In every little hole you got in your game, when you fight an elite competition, it's exposed. Every little hole in your game is exposed. That's the difference. So we can sit here and debate all night who will be who. But I don't put Sean Porter in that elite category. I'm sorry. Sean Porter or Danny Garcia not in this conversation. I think Bud Crawford and Thurman is one of the fights I want to see. That's the fight I definitely want to see. Because I want to see how Terrence Crawford break down Keith Thurman. I really do. Now, Errol Spence, I like Errol Spence. We know Errol Spence gonna come in and he gonna come down, pull down on Bud, pull down on Thurman, and it's gonna be up to Thurman and Bud to get his respect. Now, Keith Thurman and Errol Spence is a fight we want to see for a long time. I always thought Keith Thurman would have beat him before he went away. I didn't think it was gonna be close. You know what I'm saying? Errol coming up, but Errol's improved a lot. His jab has improved tenfold. Very, very sharp jab. Very good pace on the jab. He can change it up a little bit. Good body puncher. And I think a lot of our opinions changed about Keith Thurman and Errol when Collazo landed that body shot. I think a lot of people's opinion are changed. But they both, I envision Errol beating him. I think, I said before, I think about the 8th round. I think about the 8th round, he stopped Keith Thurman. Because Keith Thurman started slowing down after the 6th round. He might catch his second win in the 7th, but can't move 24/7. Keith Thurman don't sit on his punches. Lomachenko, the only Russian fighter who was good. No, I disagree with that. I like Usyk. I still like what Kovalev accomplished as a professional fighter. I think that's good. We talking good. I'm talking about B or better. B fighter or better, or B minus fighter or better. I say B minus fighter or better. I think Kovalev was okay. I think he was good. I think Usyk is good. I think Lomachenko was good. I used to like the Russian Mexican. I think he was a little bit above average. What's his name? Evgeny Gravitich. I just like him. I just like his style. He wasn't the biggest puncher, but you know he was exciting to watch, especially when he whooped on Billy Did. I don't think Triple G is considered Russian. So yeah, it's a few good Russians out there. You got Relic. I think Relic is Russian, if I'm not mistaken. He might get Regis Progress a good fight. So I think it's good fighters. Now, if you say elite great fighters, then no, I don't think any of them I name are elite great fighters yet. But it's very, very few elite great fighters in boxing right now. It's not a lot of elite great fighters. You know, you got to beat other great fighters to be considered elite. And Lomachenko went up 2 weight classes and didn't fight or didn't unify his belts. He didn't unify 26. He didn't unify 130. He just unified at 35, and 35 has pretty much been a ghost town. I don't remember the last time 35 was competitive. You know, I don't remember when the last time 135 pounds was competitive. This is my personal opinion. I know Brandon Rios, and the last 35-pound fight I watched that I really, really look forward to watching was Brandon Rios versus Anthony Peterson. It's a prospect fight where it was a contender fight to see who would be a world champion. Other than that, I can't really remember. Ray Zone 718, what's going on? Detroit Dream, salute, 313 way, salute. But that's my personal opinion. I know we're getting off topic, but that's my personal opinion. I haven't really looked forward to a 135-pound fight in quite some time. You know, and it's kind of been a forgotten division. This is a division with a lot of lineage. You're talking about Duran, Sweet Pea, Floyd, Castillo and Corrales. You're talking about Morales, Pacquiao. I mean, it's a great division. It's just like it's not a lot of great 135-pounders around here no more. Now you had Broner that came through. You had Edwin Valero, who beat up DeMarco. Then obviously you know what happened with him if you know boxing. You know, I mean, you ain't really had a lot of great 35 pounders. I don't know what happened. And if one fight that what's going on, Fred Thomas? One fight that we do want to see amongst 130 pounders. I mean, 35 pounders is Tank and Lomachenko. And it seemed like they're gonna make us wait for that. He says Triple G's from Coxton. A lot of fighters are from the old Soviet. Loma and Usyk are technically not Russian. Okay. I'm right. Good. I'm not really familiar with the whole Russian thing. That shit was like, what, 6th grade social studies or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, good shit, man. But overall, man, I'm going to just go through this one more time, and then we can just take whatever y'all want to take it at. Peterson was hitting the Rios low. Yeah, he was about to quit. I remember I did an interview with Austin Trout like a few years ago. Shit, like, probably like 3 or 4 years ago now. I think it was like 2015, 4 years ago. And he said Anthony Peterson was the killer at in amateurs. That he was stopping everybody. He was giving Danny Jacobs problems. He beat Austin Trout. Peterson was the top dog. But to go through it again, I like Keith Thurman over Pacquiao. Right now, I like Sean Porter over Keith Thurman. I still like Keith Thurman over Danny Garcia. I like Terrence over Keith. I like Errol over Keith. That's just how I stand right now. Now, things can change. You know, Keith, you know, if you didn't know, Keith Thurman is flying to LA. He should be in LA. He may be in Tokyo right now. He going back to Tokyo to see his wife. So I think the whole Donald Trump thing is like she can't get a citizenship here because of the whole Trump thing. So I think that's what it is. So he going over to Tokyo to see her. Crawford only fights in OKC. He got Harrison thinking that Charlo rematch gonna be here in Detroit. Delusional. I don't know what you mean by that. He got Harrison thinking. Oh, you talking about Charlo? I don't know what he's talking about. Bunny's still in it too. Yeah, I'm not sure about E Bunny. I think he might be going up to 140. But he got a lot of work to put in though, as far as his technique. You know, over there with Mike Stafford and Barry Hunter and Kevin Cunningham, whoever else is dad, Robert Jr. Sr., they don't have him together fundamentally. You know what I'm saying? He not together fundamentally. You know what I'm saying? That's just what the facts are. You know, I have to go look at the tape to really see he not really send down his punches like he should and using his jab as aggressively as he should. But yeah, y'all can ask questions now. I'll take questions. Any questions y'all got? We can talk about it. I don't know when the next boxing fight. I think it's Tank and Maraz because the Super Bowl next week. I don't plan on watching the Super Bowl. Fuck the Super Bowl. But I'll pull up the Ring magazine schedule. That's the schedule that I use. The Ring magazine schedule is pretty better than boxing scene in my opinion. Make good money in Japan. Yeah, you make good money. He should fight over in Japan. Because it might be on that snack juice. Yeah, possible. Next fight is Thursday, but they ain't on TV. It's versus guys I don't know. They got a fight on Friday. Showbox. Ronald Ellis versus DeAndre Ward. Dominic Wade is on there as well. And then they got one the second. So some fights on this weekend. Kovalev versus Alvarez. Richard Comey for the vacant IBF belt that Mikey dropped. Teofimo Lopez is fighting Saturday as well. Patrick Day. Sergio Garcia and Ted Cheeseman is on London Scott TV. Kenichi Ogawa, the guy who beat Tevin Farmer, is fighting in Tokyo. They got popped. Who else we got here? Tim Costa-Zoo was fighting February 8th. Ray Vargas is fighting in Indigo, California with Albert Machado on his own. And then, another counter program. What do you know? Ricky E, salute. Give me a minute. I'm going to ask the questions. I'm looking at the schedule. But you got February 9th. The Zone is counter programming they're going up against Showtime. With Ray Vargas versus Frankie Manzilla. Machado is fighting somebody. Joseph Diaz is fighting somebody. And then the same night, they fighting in Indigo, California. And Tank is fighting in Carson, California on Showtime versus Abner Mars and Lubin Ishe Smith and Sharif Bourgois. I didn't even know Sharif Bourgois was fighting Javier Fortuna at lightweight. God damn, that's gonna be a good fight. Mario Barrios is fighting. That's a good card. So it's the next couple weeks you got coming up, man. So the Zone is going up against PBC once again. But with PBC, well, I'm gonna tell you this: the Zone. Before I get into the questions, The Zone actually went up against itself last week with Jaime McGuire going up against Bellator. So they don't know what they want to do. I mean, anybody that play FanDuel football, it's like all your players. Let's say the Bears. Let's just say all your players are from the Bears. The majority of your score, your touchdown scores, your point getters are from the Bears. But you playing they going against the Ravens, but you playing the Ravens defense. This shit it's counterproductive because, it's just stupid. Anybody that play FanDuel understands what I'm saying. I'm gonna go down to these channels. Where's Harrison rematch gonna happen? Hurd is gonna be at the Barclays Center versus on a J-Rock and Jared Swift Hurd card May 11th. That's what I heard. It could have changed. What do you think about weight classes on Jacobs? I mean, Jacobs making $15 million, so he the one that signed up for it. I wouldn't have signed up for shit. Fuck that. Mondenero, salute, bro. Yeah, I don't care about that shit, man. Danny Jacobs let the little Mexican bully him. So be it. He signed a contract. There's no complaints. I'm not complaining about it. His team can complain about it all they want to, but they signed a contract. They getting $15 million, so they ain't doing shit but selling their belt pretty much, in my opinion. He not talking about getting a knockout, bro. So I really don't put no stock into Danny Jacobs. I think Keith Thurman could beat Spence if he uses the clinch better. He can be hurt trying to move from Spence. Keith Thurman don't have no inside game, bro. It's gonna be Keith Thurman either landing a big left hook or right hook and stopping Spence, or hit him with an uppercut or with a body shot, or Keith Thurman getting knocked out. That's just what it is. It's nothing that Keith Thurman can change to beat Spence at this point. He is what he is. His foot speed gonna be too good for Errol Spence. He either gonna front run on Spence and win the first 6 rounds or 4-2, and then win a couple more rounds to beat Spence, or Spence is just gonna body him in the 7th, 8th, 9th round in my opinion. Noznaki versus Ruiz, who you got if they fight? I want to see Noznaki versus Luis Ortiz, in my opinion. I got to look at more of Ruiz. I haven't seen Ruiz fight since Joseph Parker, so I can't really say. Fuck that. Noznaki need to fight Luis Ortiz, in my opinion. Alex Santos, Ronald Ellis is Rashidi Ellis' older brother. Yup, I did some research on that. Good looking Alex Santos. I didn't know that at first, so we thought that was Rashidi Ellis. I can't wait for the Charlos to come back so they can shut these fans up. Only way gonna shut their fans up if Charlo come back and beat Hurd, and if Charlo beat Triple G and Canelo. Only way they can beat them up, in my opinion. What do you think about Keith Thurman versus Adrian Broner fight, bro? I don't want to see Adrian Broner fight no more. Town sent me a Town Business. Y'all go subscribe to Town Business JS. Send me a video. Adrian Broner talking about he's selling bricks. So I'm done. I've been done with Adrian Broner, bro. I wish him the best and a prosperous life, and I wish his family, best wishes as well. But he a fraud, and I've been saying that. Burnside Avenue, salute. Ironically, the only snack fighter getting accused of using Pez are Latino. No, that's not true. We talked about Danny Jacobs beating cancer and coming back having the best body of his career. We talked about Andre Berto. I believe he failed the drug test with Snack. The whole thing got started with Willie Monroe. When Willie Monroe failed the drug test, and then Mikey Garcia revealed that he'd be working personally with Victor Conte, but he had already been working with Victor Conte before. But it really started back up with the Willie Monroe thing. So it started with a black fighter. So that's not true. It's not true at all. He said Broner is washed up. Detroit Dreams. What are the fights you want to see the most? Any weight class or classes? Dewan Rebel. AJ Wilder. I'll go down the list for you. Let's start at. I want to see a New Uwati win the tournament fight Rigon Dial. I want to see Gary Russell fight Santa Cruz. I want to see Gervonta Tank Davis fight Lomachenko. I want to see Regis Pro. I want to see the World Boxing Super Series tournament winners fight. I want to see or the finals. I want to see Regis Playgrace and Josh Taylor. That should happen. They both got tough tests for Relic and Ivan Barashnik. I think those are tough tests. At welterweight, I want to see Errol and Bud. At 154, I want to see Jared and Charlo still fight, or Harrison, whoever win that fight. Salute to Tony Harrison. I heard his team was trying to get the fight in Detroit, but it's not gonna move tickets like that. He got to get his notoriety up. 160 pounds, I wanted to see Charlo and Canelo, or Charlo Jacobs Canelo winner in my opinion. 168, I want to see Callum Smith versus Caleb Plant, and when Benavidez get his title back, I want to see all three of them fight. At 175, I want to see Gosvick versus Elder Alvarez. Cruiserweight, I don't Tabiti versus whoever. I don't really mind. I think Usyk is gonna move up, and then heavyweight. I already said that Wilder and Joshua. So yeah, those are the fights that I definitely want to see. Some other fights in there as well. Some lower fights I like to see, but I won't get into all that. Y'all playing 135 about to be a lit division with Loma Tank and Garcia. Garcia not coming back. He already said it. He will not come back down to 135. And Devin Haney is years away. He's years away from seriously contending with those guys. Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez are gonna be players at 140. I think, in my opinion, I don't see neither one of them snatching the title right now. In my opinion, I don't see it. I don't see neither one of them beating Lomachenko. Devin Haney still got a lot to improve on. He got a lot stronger to get. I think Teofimo Lopez is one of the prospects that's dubbed to get knocked out. I believe that. If he don't get more patient, he too aggressive. Nobody want to see Braun. Oh, come on, J. Coop, stop it. Oh, nobody want to see Braun. Okay, I get it. Okay, yeah, I get it. I thought you talking about like nobody want to see Doe Bonner in the division. AB only choice is 140. He only got a choice there. He get beat up by all them dudes at 140. Keith Thurman talking Malcolm X. He ready for war. Yeah, I didn't see it, but I seen the title. Do you feel that Yorkers Gamboa is done? Yeah, he been done when he got that gift decision over Jason Sosa. AB is undisputed at 144. Hello, Land Profit. Robert Jackson, people forget that Lopez came in at 170. Oh, yep. That don't surprise you. I didn't know that. I probably wasn't paying no attention. Yes, a boxing podcast. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. But Amando H. Broner should just do a press conference interviews, but no more fighting. Exactly. Anton Port, salute. Yo, CJ, what you think about F.A. and Jabe versus Noznowski? I haven't watched one lick of F.A. and Jabe, to be honest. I haven't watched one lick of him. So I don't really watch heavyweight prospects until, probably about depending on how fast they move, probably their first like top 15 fight. So I kind of refuse to watch F.A. and Jabe, in my opinion, until he fight better competition. I don't think he's ready yet, but I can't give a perfect opinion on him. He got a lot of work to do. He got a lot of experience to do, man. He got to work on his fluidity from the little bit I've seen of him. He got to work on his movement, but it'll come. Canelo knocks Charlo out in 30. No, he won't. Canelo will knock Charlo out. Did Canelo knock out Austin Trout? Did Canelo knock out Triple G? Did Canelo knock out Lara? Did Canelo knock out Mayweather? Did he knock out Shane Mosley? Did he knock out Miguel Cotto? No, he didn't. If Canelo is so confident about knocking out Charlo, well, they need to make that fucking fight happen. Canelo is not a big puncher at all. Garcia beat Spence. Yeah, put your money up. Javier Carlos rivalry. Put your money. What you want to bet? Yeah, I heard Bridge Ortiz fight the other night, man. I seen that. AJ a whole itch out here. Fury sold it like he is scared of Wilder right hand. Yeah, AJ a whole little punk, man. They said he supposed to be fighting. They said he supposed to be fighting Homeboy. What is his name? Dillian White, but I heard that was a lie. So I don't know. They're supposed to be making an announcement at Wembley Stadium. I believe it is gonna be Dillian White. It is. I don't know. I'll watch it, but I'm not enamored by it. But I already knew it was gonna be Dillian White from the jump. AB needs to go on a hiatus. Then CJ, yeah, he needs to quit. Just promote his fighters. Slick Dex and what's his other guy they got? The little Destiny. I forget the little young guy he got named. Okay, let's see. Canelo won't knock Charlo out. He'll beat him on the cards. He'll rob him on the card. He could beat Canelo. He could beat Charlo. But I want to see it. But Canelo ain't never really, dominated nobody, in my opinion. Every big fight he had, that motherfucker was a gift decision or it was close. I got Maguire and Charlo best of Canelo. Canelo a hype guy. Yeah, Maguire got a long way to go. He need to go get Robert Garcia. Me and Callie was chopping up on the phone about that last night. Canelo didn't even KO Chavez Sr. Chavez Sr. was a dead man. He was a punching bag. Chris Longley says Keith Thurman is a beast. Canelo can only KO journeyman and welterweights and junior welterweights, by the way. C4. Old Floyd beat Canelo easy at age 37 and still to this day the Mexicans won't admit it. Yeah, Floyd didn't lose a round, in my opinion. Hey, CJ, you rewatched the Pacquiao fight? No, I didn't. I was no need to rewatch that fight. That was a clear domination by Manny Pacquiao. Real boxing news, Canelo and Liam and Fielding was a joke. The Mexican fans are like, oh my God, that was so great. Exactly, bro. I definitely agree. Let me see. Shit moving fast. All right, Fury tried to send Wilder to the AJ belt to unify. At least Fury taking the fight again. I can't be mad at him. Lowland Profit judges already filed into the scorecards for Canelo versus Jacobs fight. And the thing I want to talk about somebody just mentioned about Fury, man. I don't know how people was calling Fury a coward, even if he didn't fight Wilder again. He fought Wilder after 2 bum ass tune-ups being 400 pounds, man. So I never called Tyson Fury a coward, bro. Regarding the Deontay Wilder, he didn't have to fight Deontay Wilder. Gary Russell's little brother would be a factor at 140 as well. Yeah, he actually beat Jaron Ennis in the Olympics to go to the Olympics, I believe it was. That was a real sloppy fight, but it's on YouTube. AJ need to go WWE and challenge the Diva belt. Oh man. Lowland Profit judges already fought. Okay, I got that one. When Thurman fought and ran, the Mexicans say he ran. When Canelo, when that chink made Munguia run, the Mexicans don't bring that up. Talking about bias, I told you they bias, real boxing. Yeah. Takashi Inouye was running down on Munguia. Thurman will win versus Julio. He too strong. Shogun Blade 7. Young Visual Ortiz coming for the welterweight, but yeah, welterweight gonna be very interesting. That's what I'm telling you. These dudes better unify before these young kings come up there, man. Because you got I think Visual Ortiz will be up there, Pro Grace, Taylor, Ennis, Kelly, Rashidi Ellis. A lot of these dudes hungry. They hungry. You guys are sort of losers. He talking to somebody in the chat. Baypex Bill. Errol only fighting 140 pounders. Algieri Peterson, the Greco, Mikey broken. Brooke had a broken every disadvantage. You can say that about every fighter. I mean, Keith Thurman fought Danny Garcia, 140 pounder. Terrence Crawford, he fought Jeff Horn, good fighter. You know, he fought Jose Benavidez, but nobody respect him like that. Keith Thurman, he fought Diego Chavez, he fought Soto Corrales, he fought Carlos Quintana, Yang Javik. You know, Guerrero was a 130 pounder at one point in his career. I think he jumped up a couple weight classes from 35. I mean, you know, Luis Galazzo was you can nitpick anybody shit. Anybody resume you can nitpick. You know, like somebody else said, he got hurt by Terrence Crawford got hurt by Gamboa. So it don't matter. You can nitpick anybody. I pick Lopez over Broner. You can nitpick anybody. Hurt is Gary Benson, salute, bro. I ain't seen you in a minute. Definitely would like to see Noznaki versus Ortiz. He can punch, but has no defense, and Ortiz would exploit all the defensive lapses. Yep. And if I think Noznaki, hold on, my bad, buffering. Noznaki, I believe, in my opinion, damn, fucking buffering now. Give me a minute, y'all. 1 second. Let me see. Give me 1 second, y'all. Yeah, Noznaki, Gary Benson. But if Noznaki can really test, if Noznaki really can test Ortiz's stamina, he can take Ortiz's power, which I don't think he'll be able to take Ortiz's power, in my opinion. That'd be a nice little fight, in my opinion, bro. But yeah, this is my personal opinion. That's a nice little fight. Nice little fight. Real fight. You know, that's what I want to see. But he said, I pick Zulu Morris. I pick a local crackhead over Broner. He has buffer for some reason. YouTube fucking up. You keep cutting out. Is it better now? Let me see. If not, I'll go ahead and kill it. I answered all the questions I need to answer. Alright, good. Alright. Let me know if I fuck up too. Let me know if I'm good, I'm good. Yeah, it's buffering now, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and kill this. I'm gonna go ahead and kill it. YouTube bullshitting. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and kill this shit in a minute. I think YouTube don't want to let a nigga be great right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go. We'll see what happens. But yeah, let me see. Ocampo and Tijuana working his way back. Yes, as he should be, man. He took a tough fight, so I'm not mad at Carlos Ocampo. He wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't ready. Tecate boxing is dope, though. You know what I'm saying? It's super dope. You know, I like watching Tecate boxing. Man, I didn't like to watch it before, but it got some really good, tough fighters down there. You see when Nervedes would beat Isaac Dogbo that, yeah, it's tough fighters. Tough fights down there. Burnside Avenue say if no one had a problem with the ref giving Gerald Washington time to recover, they should have no problem with Fury getting a wave off. Yeah, you know how they go. You know how they go. Everybody know how that go, man. You know, people wanted Wilder to win, and it is what it is. I've seen a lot worse. I've seen a lot worse. A lot worse. Steven Stott, Detroit Dream say Ortiz had to be careful. Cartel enforcer at one point. He says Steven Stott is another fact, bro. In 138 years of history, the welterweight division has only had 10 unification bouts ever. That means that the unification is only for the fans only, not sanctioned belt bodies or no networks. Won't get them. Yeah, nobody's ever unified all 4 major belts at welterweight neither. So, yeah. I mean, it's a long shot. Keith was a part of those unification bouts. He was part of one of them. You know, welterweight just never get an undisputed champion. It never had an undisputed champion with all 4 belts. 2006 is when they made the WBA a requirement to have undisputed. So you probably won't ever see it happen. Probably won't. Darren Ennis is that nice. Yeah, I like Ennis. Welterweight gonna be in good hands. Haney eventually move up there after years. You know, Gary Russell Jr. definitely move up there. Visual Ortiz will move up there. A lot of dudes gonna have to move up there. I saw Pacquiao get KO last night. Lawrence Williams, why Thurman gets so much hate? He is not the only boxer to milk his injury and duck the top guys. When Thurman is active, he's good for the sport. Well, you know, Thurman, ever since that 15-0 Keith Thurman, Errol Smith shit, you know how that shit go. But a lot of people just holding responsible for the division being held up. You know, I see him took 2 years off, and you know he did that. You know what I'm saying? He's very unapologetic about his injury, so that's how you're supposed to be. Fuck him. You know, we talk shit about Keith Thurman, but fuck him. You know, fuck these other dudes that don't understand his pain and his struggle. I ain't mad at him. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. Round of fingers salute to the chat. We talking tonight. Salute. Yeah, super chat, but yeah, my throat hurting again. Trying to thug it out. Nigga about to make another hot toddy. My girl made me another one. I'm going to sleep. It's about to be cold as fuck in Detroit tomorrow. A lot of snow. And my dog gonna piss and it's gonna freeze right out of his motherfucking penis and shit. The other dog, he went back home. His owner came back. I taught him how to sit. It ain't the most effective way I said, but I didn't have time to really train him like that. He gonna have to come over and I'm gonna have to train him. I don't know how the fuck I became a dog trainer. I don't know how that happened. I just got my dog together. My dog, he don't play. 2635 gonna be stacked in a year or two. Yeah, I don't know. I want to see Rigondeaux and Nuyuwa. That's gonna be a good fight. Santa Cruz needs to stop ducking Russell. That's a good point, bro. I'm gonna do a video on that tonight. If my voice allowed me to do it, I'm gonna do a video about. I'm gonna do an acceptable ducker video on Leo Santa Cruz. It's probably gonna be my 51st acceptable ducker video on Leo Santa Cruz. It's gonna be my 55th. You know, but it is what it is, man. Yeah, I want to talk about Danny Jacobs. I'll talk about that tomorrow sometime, maybe in the morning. I'll talk about Danny Jacobs live. I'm still gonna do that NBA debate live video. I know a lot of brothers want to debate about Anthony Davis. What I said about Anthony Davis, a lot of people got mad about it. I think it was like Thursday morning, Wednesday morning on one of the boxing streams. We got to talk about NBA and it heated up. So yeah, Bob Smith said he came back up 2 year heads with the belt, but if the sanctioned belt bodies were good with it, then Keith is okay to do it. Yeah, people mad because he held up the division, bro. You know, especially that he held up Sean Porter and Errol and Danny Garcia from happening. That people just holding responsible, but I mean, you know, Errol Spence, you know, I don't know. Yeah, I can't just put the blame on Keith Thurman. A lot of dudes, you know, Sean Porter, he wanted his old belt back when Kell Brook had it. All of a sudden, Errol got it. He didn't want it. Danny Garcia, he didn't want to fight Errol Spence neither. So it's a lot of blame to go around. It's a lot of blame to go around. But, I mean, Heath Thurman can take the brunt of the blame. You know what I'm saying? You know, he really did milk an injury, bro. He was out of shape, I think. I don't think a hand injury was a problem. I think he was legitimately out of shape. He was 200 pounds when he came back to the United States. You know, I in my opinion, man, before I get off, man, you know, I wish he would have came back sooner. Seriously, I wish he would have came back sooner. But he didn't. You know, if they don't fight, if they don't do a unification bout next year, bro, the top of next year, then, you know, fuck the welterweight. I've been saying fuck the welterweight division. I didn't think them those was gonna fight each other, no way. Too good to be true. If Danny Jacobs getting $15 million to fight Canelo, don't be surprised if Errol Spence don't jump up there and fight Canelo. Especially if he beat Mikey, he able to get Pacquiao in the ring. I predict that Errol Spence was fight Jerry Hurd or fight Canelo before he fight Crawford. I think that's gonna be the case. I think that's gonna be the case. I don't think you're gonna see Errol Spence win. You know, Errol Spence gonna do like Paul Williams. He's gonna move up in weight, too far out of his scope of support. He's gonna end up probably getting beat and knocked out. You know, at the end of the day, you know, say what you want to say. Bob Arum is talking about, he did it. I forgot to talk about that. He did an article saying that he think Crawford and Spence is big enough to do a pay-per-view. Like, I mean, whatever network wouldn't have put up the most guaranteed money should get the fight. But we know ESPN and Top Rank ain't putting no money up like that. At least the top of Bob ain't putting that money up. Thurman's low-key already retired. Steven Stein said he'd cash out the next 2 fights. I can see that. I hate to see Thurman cash out, man. But I don't think Thurman. I don't think Thurman got the heart no more to do this shit, man. This is my opinion. Darrell saying impressed with Crawford more than any other welterweight. Yeah, I can say that. He can do more than anybody else. You know what I mean? He the best because he can do more. Sometimes one style is good enough to beat you, but Crawford can box. He can fight on the inside. He can fight in the pocket. He can move. You know, he's a good dynamic puncher. You know, you got punch variety. Yeah, he's the most well-rounded welterweight, but all of the welterweights got defensive flaws. That's what we don't talk about. All the welterweights got defensive flaws. Ain't no welterweight defense impeccable. None of them. No welterweight got great defense. None of them. That's what make it fun. Keith Thurman don't have no great defense. You know, Errol Spence don't have great defense. Terrence don't have great defense. Sean don't have great defense. Danny don't have great defense. So they all can be hit. So when you can be hit, that means they all can lose. They all can lose. None of them have great defense. But let me go and get off here. I appreciate everybody for checking on. I might do the Gary Russell video today or tomorrow. A little bit under the weather. So, who thinks, I don't know who he said. He said, you think is going to have the bigger fan base fight night? Mikey or Spence? Mikey. You talking about in an arena? Probably Mikey. Yeah, Mikey probably had more fans at the fight than Errol do. This is my personal opinion. I think Mikey will. I think those Mexican fans and they're going to adopt Mikey Garcia, the Mexican-American. I think so, in my opinion. That's my personal opinion. But let me go ahead and log off here, man. Shit, my throat hurting, man. I'm trying to thug it out. But once again, I appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget the subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video, man. I did some work today, man. So it's plenty of videos for my midnight workers, man. You could just, you know, let the videos today ride through, man. It'll get you through your whole shift. Trust me. It'll get you through your whole shift. But y'all know what it is, man. We gone.